So in this video, I'm going to show you how to go from this to this. So before we get started, if you've held this cube before, or if you're currently holding it, I actually advise you to, if you have a cube, get a cube and be practicing along with the video. So if you've tried solving the cube, I'm sure at first this is how you're going to be moving the cube, like this. Basically like this, trying to figure out how to do it. That is, what if I told you that there is an easier way to do all this, a way that is going to make it easy to move the cube and a way that will make you fast at moving the cube. So if you want to go from doing this to basically doing stuff like this, yeah, so I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Before I show you how to solve the cube, I'm going to have to show you those steps in so that you'll be able to move the cube really fast like this, like a pro. So first things first, how to hold the cube. Yeah, there's an actual way to hold the cube properly so that you're able to make all these movements smooth and easier. So basically, take your three fingers, these three fingers, your index finger, your middle finger, your ring finger, and put them like this. Let the middle finger be at the middle, your index finger at top, and your ring finger at bottom. Then take your thumb and put it at the opposite direction here. Good. So you've held the cube with your left hand. Then take your other hand, do the same basically in the opposite direction, but like instead of both being like this, make it like this. Okay, this one at top and at bottom, this one in front and at back. So yeah, this way you'll be able to move the cube easy. If you want to move the top, easy. Yeah. So keep in mind that we're not going to be moving. Never move this center. Should not be moved like this. No, you only move the sides faces, this side, here, and here. Those are the only places you're going to be moving. So on to the next step. So when you're solving the cube, you should keep in mind that you're solving for the pieces, not the stickers. Because if you're actually trying to solve for these stickers, you're going to end up with having something like one place is going to be solved, this space is going to be solved, but the edges are not going to align, and that's not what we want. Also, if you've tried browsing or checking Google, or maybe if you have a manual for how to solve the cube, or maybe just if you've ever tried learning how to solve the cube before, or maybe even if you haven't, well, the few notations are going to be very useful for you. So just keep these notations in mind and know how to use them. Basically, these are the notations. Yeah, these weird letters: U prime, F prime, D prime, R prime. Can you guess what these mean? Like for example, can you guess what U means? Well, basically U means move up. So basically what you're going to do is move the top part of the cube like this, clock in a clockwise manner. So basically like this, move the top part of the cube up in a clockwise manner like this. So the clock is going to be above, up here, and you're just going to move the cube like this. Then U prime is basically moved up, but in an anti-clockwise manner like this. Basically like that. You move the top anti-clockwise like this, anti-clockwise rotation. This is where the clock is. So this is clockwise, anti-clockwise, depending on where you're moving. Then as for R is moving the right side in a clockwise manner. So the clock is by the right face of the cube. So you move it right like this is clockwise, R, R, R. Then anti-clockwise, this is R, R prime, R. And this is L, like this, L, and this is L prime. If you notice, L and R are opposite. L prime and R prime are opposite because they are the opposite face of each other. As I said, the clock is going to be on the face you are moving. So if you are moving the right face, the clock is going to be over here. And this is going to be clockwise, this is anti-clockwise. And if you're moving the left, the clock is going to be up here, over here. So this is clockwise and this is anti-clockwise. So yeah, clockwise, 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 clockwise. R, L, R, L, R prime, L prime, R prime, L prime. So basically that's it. And for down, the clock is down here. So D, D, and this is D prime, D prime. Then as for the B, that's the one at the back. B, B prime, B, B prime, B prime, B, B prime. So basically that's it for these notations. Now let's get on to the next tip. Now the next thing you should keep in mind, something called the right trigger and the left trigger. So basically what these are is just a basic set of movements, and for the right trigger, this is the notation R, U, R prime. And as for the left trigger, this is the notation L prime, U prime, L. So now let's show you this is what the right trigger is. This here is the right trigger. Was that too fast? Let me slow down. R, U, R prime. And this is the left trigger. L prime, U prime, L. Okay, let me show you in viewer's perspective. So this is the right trigger. R, U, R prime. And this is the left trigger. L prime, U prime, L. So keep these movements in mind because we're going to be using them in the future. Now, for the next tip, this is what I want you to know. In the cube, there are a set of pieces that never move. That's the middle pieces. The rest of the pieces always move, but no matter what you do, these middle pieces are always fixed in one position. I wish I could dismantle this cube, but I cannot dismantle the cube, so I cannot show you the inner workings of the cube. But if I find a picture, I'll put it like right about now. So this is the inner working of the cube. As you can see, this is how it is. These middle pieces are always in place. So here are the middle pieces. This green over here is a middle piece. No matter what you do, the green will never move out of place. Green is always fixed right here. So because of that, it's easier to know what to do and it's easier to solve the cube. So for example, this whites over here, white's always opposite yellow. And as for green over here, green is always opposite blue. And as for red over here, red is always opposite orange. Just keep this in mind. It might be helpful when solving the cube. It will be helpful, not might. It definitely will be helpful when you are trying to solve the cube. So let me just tell you a few things so that when I'm showing you how to solve the cube, you will understand what I mean. So when I say side piece, this piece over here, this is the side piece. This one, this piece like this, all these pieces. If we're solving for pieces, not stickers, these are the pieces like this. All these ones at the side. And if I say edge piece, this is what I mean. The one at the corner. This is the edge piece. Okay? These are the edge pieces. And when I say face, this is a face, the entire part like this. All this. These are faces. I'm only saying it so that it will be easier to understand what I'm saying when I'm solving the cube. And this here is the middle piece. This one's Okay, all these are the middle piece. They are the ones that never move. So that's it for this video. So that's it for this video. This is part 1, and if you want to watch part 2, click on the video card above my head. So thank you for watching, and see you guys in the next part. And if you want to see how to solve a cube, like the entire thing from beginning to end, that's this video. No wait, the entire thing from the beginning to end, that's this video plus part 2 joined together, incorporated. Instead of getting 2 videos, you can just click on the card over here. And well, see you guys in the next video. Bye bye bye. Well, before I go, if you want to learn how to solve the cube in like a few seconds, the shortcut method, but make sure you know how to solve it the right method first before you learn that shortcut method. If you want to learn that shortcut method, click on the video card over here. So see you guys in the next video. Bye bye bye.